game, mate, and how it all played out today?
Yeah, kind of the last of these kind of 3 games in a week, and we just wanted to finish it off, and we hoped it was a game that we could move people a little bit more and reward some of the players that have been practicing hard and not seeing so many rewards on the floor. So all our young guys, fantastic to go ahead and get them good minutes tonight, and somewhere down the track those minutes are going to be really important to key moments in the end of the year. First game of the second half of the year for us, and the goal was to get back and play some of the defense that we really saw early and mid-year, and we kind of had a goal that we wanted to hold this team to, and I thought we were pretty relentless in that. It's tough to beat anyone the 3 times that you play them, and I just like the consistency of effort, and having 31 assists is certainly something that we've been preaching about, how we move the basketball and how we get others involved and share it. And I thought everybody was into the celebration of rewarding that extra ball movement tonight. And, it's one of the reasons Caleb's sitting right here tonight. I thought once he put his feet in the paint, just really good decision making and extra passes. And, we see Deli and Shea and everybody did it. So, I'm not sure if this club's had 31 assists since I've been here, so really pleased with that.
Are the bench guys giving you even more thoughts on how to use them and how to, what time to bring into the game? Because I think it was 14 all when you put in Acordi and Illy and Peatling, and then the game just seemed to change immediately. Yeah,
it's amazing when that group can come in and just push it out, because they, all 3 of those are crazy energy guys, and if things are working well, we see the scoreboard tick over and get that margin. So it's always challenging when you've got quality people about how you rotate them. And even Barlow tonight, I didn't play him the other night. I thought 3 games in the week, and I wanted to get probably him a good 12 to 14 minutes tonight, but we didn't kind of play out that way and didn't quite need it. But we got him a few minutes at centre as well, which is important, just as a what happens in the future if one of our centres missed a game. And so we're looking down the track at things, how people can help us on what ifs.
We sort of saw the result of how well Joe's been playing today, where they doubled him often quite aggressively. Is that something you're expecting more of? And how did you see him sort of handling that, those traps from his blind side or from the top there?
Yeah, and then, they're coming after him once he puts it on the floor. So it's not an automatic one right now. And when you're 7 foot and you're bouncing it, and you've got a 6 foot guard sprinting at you, and you got to be able to pick that thing up pretty quick. And I think that will be similar to the coverage that he sees as well. I think they'll come after him when he bounces it. And so the way that we space the floor, the way that he handles that, I think we'll see that coverage more.
Caleb, what was it like today? What was the game like in your eyes out there, and what was it like to see the guys hold a margin like that for so much of the game?
It was good. It was a fun game tonight. We had our goals set defensively, and I feel like we accomplished that for the most part. We played well offensively and all around, so it was good to play at home, give the fans something to be excited about.
Hi, Dean and Caleb. Nice one to finish off the year, finish off the midpoint of the season, sorry. Dean, is that a bit of a reminder for, I guess, all the players of exactly what you guys are capable of when you bring that intensity? Like, it sort of, I guess it harks back to the Sydney game a little bit.
Yeah, we just, we looked at, the negative of, the Perth game and the Southeast game was just the small lull, or the 5 or 8 minute kind of lulls that we had, and so that was something that we talked about. It's a work on for us for this second half of the year to really limit, what happens when we're either turning the ball over or not scoring it or not playing with the right intensity, how we can just flip straight out of it. And, I just didn't feel like we had they went on those kind of scoring runs in that fourth quarter. They, certainly shot the three ball pretty well and did some things, but that was the area that say, we just dropped off a couple of beats with our connection to the body and different things. So, for the most part, just a really strong, consistent defensive effort from everybody coming in tonight, and pleased with the game.
Can you talk a little bit about Caleb in terms of the discussions that you have with him? I know, there's times where he looks like he's the best player in the NBL, and then there's other times where perhaps his intensity's a little bit off. Do you talk to him about kind of keeping that measured and bringing it every night? Yeah,
I've never seen the intensity drop off unless he's absolutely tired. Make or miss shots. He's been. You look at statistics and look at who are our best defenders on this team. He's right up there, in the leaders of who are the best defenders on our team. So it's never been that part. For me, we've talked about. His usage, about how he gets others involved, how he gets himself going in isolation. What are the shots that he's comfortable with? What are the shots that we need? I think he's finding a better balance about, really attacking the paint and making his step back three, which is, a kind of a signature move for him as well. So, we show a lot of trust in him, and we know he's still growing as a player, and we have good conversations about how he can continue to help us.
Can you talk a bit about Jack? I've thought his last two games have been very, very high standard. Is he really starting to round into his fitness? And is he your most important guy?
Yeah, when you kind of look through, the last few games, and Vic Law, Mitch Creek, Finn Delaney, pretty dominant foremen in our league, and I feel like, we didn't quite do the job that we needed to on Mitch. And, he shot the three ball really well and got out in transition. And but it's a position that's loaded up on every team, and so if Jack can get a great start, and Mason and Barlow, and everybody can do their job in containing the four-man in this league, it goes a long way for us to winning. I'm never going to put my hand up and say this is the most important guy on our team. We got a group that everybody should feel really important in the role that they play on the team.
And Caleb, we've talked a few times about your form. How are you enjoying things, and do you feel like you're really finding your feet now?
Yeah, for sure. It's just for me, it's understanding that I'm playing on a championship level team with a bunch of great players. So there's going to be times where I need to do more than what I'm used to doing. So just the guys, my teammates, the coaching staff, everybody's just done a great job supporting me and helping me understand the best way of doing that. And as long as we're winning, then that's all that matters to me, to be honest.
So you're saying that those guys are holding you to a really high standard? Yeah,
for sure. I think that, but at the same time, I hold myself to a high standard, and I feel like sometimes that could be an issue. But an example, Joe brought me to the side yesterday and was just telling me, listen, just play loose, have fun. That's when you're at your best. Don't overthink things. So that's just an example of how my teammates and the coaching staff have just been having my back.
He's a good one for that, because he always says, whenever you ask him a question about his form, he says, I'm just a basketball player. I'm just, letting it flow. Do you sometimes sort of, be a bit hard on yourself when things don't go the right way? Yeah, for sure. I feel like I have a lot of expectations for myself. But again, understanding the situation I'm at, it's not just about me, like it was in previous situations that I've played in. It's more about the team and doing what I could do to make the team succeed. And then just the last one, can you throw us forward to the Taipans? I guess you have a little bit of time off now. Do the guys take some time off, and how do you prepare? Yeah,
normal kind of week for us. We, don't do a lot the day after a game, and tomorrow's a complete day off certainly a great reward for these last 3 games in the week and the way that we've played. So yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday, and won't do a lot on Thursday, Friday into the game Saturday. So Cains have shown probably inconsistent form within games, but what they did up in Cains the second half against New Zealand, they can be scary good. And when they score on the basketball and pressing and using their length to trap and speed the game up, and so it's another different challenge. And one we've been playing well on the road, but anytime you go to Cairns, it's always going to be tough.